What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
She doesn't want to be a mother anymore because her new boyfriend doesn't want kids. Brace yourself. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Hey, babies. Wait, don't go in the house yet.
Why not?
Hey, listen. Go on to the, just go sit on the porch. Hey, listen. What do you think you're doing?
I'm dropping them off for good. Listen, I met a younger guy. He don't want no kids, and he don't want to, listen, he don't want to deal with them. And so I'm dropping these kids off so me and him can live our life. We want to travel. We want to explore the world, and I can't do that with kids. I can't.
I cannot believe.
It's time for me to be happy, and I just want to be happy and stress-free without these children. That's all I want.
Then you should ask me, baby.
I shouldn't have to ask. You're the grandparent.
It's respect, Angel. It's respect.
Well, I hope that you respect my decision on moving on my life with my new man and no kids.
I'm not raising your kids.
Well, I'm not either.
Well, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not doing it. I'm just letting you know right now I'm not doing it. These are your...
I'm tired of
It's getting heated.
being a single parent. I'm tired.
Okay, so that was part one. There's part two here that I'm going to play. There's actually 4 parts in total, I think, to this whole thing. We're going to get to this second part. But before we get into part 2, let's see what people had to say about this first part, part 1. We've got a woman here who chimed in and said, I feel sorry for those kids, she says. You know, they heard this conversation. This moment is going to stick with them for the rest of their lives. Another woman here is in disbelief. She said, this better be a skit because there's no way in hell a man over your kids. I'd like to also believe, just the way this is set up, I'd like to also believe that this is a skit. Well, I hope all the videos I do are skits, but unfortunately a lot of them are real. And I don't know, man, you live life long enough and you realize there are mothers out here who are this selfish. You live life long enough and certain things just don't seem too far-fetched. Somebody else here added to the conversation and said, the man she's leaving her kids for is going to be her karma. Believe that. This commenter says she thinks she's going to drink coffee. I agree. Let's see what part 2 has, man. Let's see.
Lay down and make the decision to have 3 kids. That is not my responsibility. And this is the last time you're going to do this. You're not doing it anymore. It's your responsibility, not mine.
Well, it was not my plan to be no single parent.
Well, it's not my plan to be a grandmother that's going to take care of somebody's 3 kids because they feel like they're not responsible anymore, that they don't want to be a mother anymore either.
Well, look, I just can't. I can't do this no more. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed. It's the person. I can't do it.
But you're going to have
to do it.
Do you understand that you're going to have to do this?
Well, I don't want to.
I can't. Do you understand that I'm not going to take care of your children? I'm not getting ready to raise 3 kids.
Look,
do you know how...
You never taught me how to be a mom. You didn't tell me what to do. You didn't help me. So now it's your turn.
Mercy. So she's saying, hey, you didn't tell me what to do. You didn't help me. And, you know, I bet you when I play these next 2 parts, what's not going to be mentioned is a father. What's not going to be mentioned is not having kids until you're married, because obviously here we're dealing with somebody who's a baby mama. And as much as people would probably like to believe that this right here is a skit, it probably hits way too close to the majority of mothers out here whose daughters are single moms, because naturally they're going to help out. They're going to take on that responsibility. A lot of times women think that's like, especially in the Black community, they think that's natural. They think this is the way it's supposed to be. The idea of a family, and people like to say, well, why don't you blame the men? No, women hold the key and access to their womb. You decide who busts the cheeks. You decide who you get to allow between your legs. You control it. Otherwise, what? You're left with the responsibility of the children and you're unprepared. You're stressing out. Your mom's stressing out. Everybody involved is stressing out. Skin is breaking out. And the only thing that can fix that problem, and I'm talking about skin here, is the sponsor of today's video, Tiege Henley. How do I know that Tiege Henley is the #1 skincare product for men? Well, because I tried them out for the first time and they delivered. Listen, when Tiege Henley promised to uncomplicate my skincare routine, they came through, man. I use Tiege Henley every day and I'm at the point now where I don't even have to think about it. They make it easy, especially with their instructional card that tells you what product to use and at what time. They didn't only promise to help me with my skin, which they did, but they also claimed that they had over 500 5-star reviews, and they were right. Yes, 500 5-star reviews from other happy customers. So while you're sitting here watching this video, there are other people leaving their reviews on their positive results and experiences with Teach Henley. What's taking you so long? Listen, guys, I use everything inside that box, from their face wash, exfoliation scrub, morning moisturizer, PM moisturizer. I make sure that when I step out, my skin is healthy, protected, and ready to take on the day. So if you're tired of struggling with your skin and want something that works, hit that link pinned to the top of the comment section and get your first box today. The good news is today, Teach Henley is running a special for my viewers and my audience. Get your first box today and you get 30% off and a free gift. That's 30% off and a free gift. Click that link at the top of the comment section and get your first box of Teach Henley. Trust me, man, you won't regret it. All right, guys, welcome back. We're still at part 2 of this video of a woman who doesn't want to be a mother anymore and expects her mother, which is the grandmother, to raise her 4 kids. Let's listen.
You take your grandkids so I can live my life stress-free.
Okay, but the reason that I could not teach you how to be a mother, Angel, is because I was working a full-time job.
Where was your husband?
God.
Where was your husband?
It's not my problem.
I cannot. I'm not. Just hear me out when I say I'm not gonna take care of your 3 kids that you had.
Woo. Yeah, that's a lot of stress, man. Let's check out more of these comments. That first video got like 2 million views, and now it's like snowballing into something huge. And a lot of people, as they heard this story, had more to say. For example, this gentleman that says it took 3 kids to decide she doesn't want to be a mother. Somebody else here added, look at her try to blame her mom and gaslight that poor woman. Well, I agree, she should not blame her mom, but women have a responsibility here to, number one, show women how to be wives. And you can't show your daughter how to be a wife if you've never been a wife yourself, if you've never had a husband, or if you've left that husband and she has no reference. You know, people want to say people should have the right to be happy, happy, happy. Well, eventually you pay the consequences of choosing happiness, of choosing being single and independent. And unfortunately, the children suffer and you do as well. Somebody else here says, the way my mama would have beat me up. This woman says. Somebody else here added, she's blaming everyone but herself, with the laughing emojis. Another person here says, what the hell does she mean? Now it's her turn. Somebody else here says, why do they keep having kids after 1 or even 2 if they feel they can't handle it? That's the question. That's a question we all want to know. Why keep having kids? Well, maybe because the single mother experience is actually celebrated in our culture, right? You have Ebony K. Williams here saying single mother by choice, and there'll be more of it. Okay, we can expect more of this because unfortunately, single mothers struggle the most economically. You need help. You need people. You need people around you to help. You need more than just a mother and a daughter. You need a man. Somebody else here says, I imagine those poor kids listening to this conversation with sad emojis they will never forget. Here's somebody else who says, this is why I can't be happy for anyone when they say they're pregnant again. I know people who do this. So here's somebody who says, hey, this hits way too close to home. Let's check out part 3 of this video. Let's get it.
Your 3 kids that you had, because you're disrespectful. You just come over here and just drop them off.
I have to ask you to watch your grandchildren.
No, you're not talking about watching. You just told me I was going to have to raise them.
I have to ask you to raise your grandchildren.
Oh my God.
They're your grandchildren.
Oh
It's
my
your responsibility.
I can't even believe I'm hearing this from you right now. I cannot believe that you actually think that I'm supposed to say it's okay, that I'm just going to just give up my life, my freedom, to raise 3 kids and not even mine. I raised you all. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So you can forget that. I'm not doing it.
You did not raise us.
What you?
And I'm not raising mine. So it's your responsibility now. So if you don't mind, I can just drive off. You raise your grandchildren. You can do it better than I can. I can't do it.
So she thinks she can do this because the grandma's probably been helping, and she has no reference of probably like a 2-parent household of people who she can look to and say, you know what, I messed up. This is my responsibility. The lines have been blurred. People do not want to embrace age-old ways of doing things, raising up families, and these are the consequences. Keep listening.
I want you to hear me when I say this.
I hear you, but
I am not raising your 3 kids. I am not keeping them today. I'm not keeping them tomorrow. Matter of fact,
Is it 3 or 4? I thought I heard 4.
this is all your responsibility from this point on. You should have thought about that after you had the first one, and then the second one, and then now you got 3.
That's where she messed up. You should have thought about that before you had any of the kids. Drink the coffee. You should have thought about that and should have been taught that before you had any of the children. But what do people have to say? Well, this commenter said, I'd be filing for full custody and taking her for child support. Here's somebody else who says, not the grandma's responsibility. Another person chimed in and says, that new boo is going to drop her off. Wait and see. Here's somebody else who added, my mom would have gave me them hands and the new boyfriend. Damn. Another commenter here says, call CPS and take her to court for child support. What do you guys think? What do you think she would do? What do you guys think is the right thing to do in this situation? I want this to be a conversation that's open in the comment section down below. Share your thoughts and your opinions about this whole thing, man. We talk about this on a daily basis. And I think I've probably touched on the whole women expecting their mothers to take over for them not being careful with children. This is the worst case scenario. Of course, I don't think most women are out here just abandoning their children, but this definitely does happen. The question is, how can we prevent this? This is not a good thing. How can you prevent this? Well, by encouraging women to stop being promiscuous as they are, to encourage women to protect their wombs more, to not propel and push and promote baby mama culture in the Black community. All those things are things they don't want to hear because they don't like that coffee. From people who understand and can peep the whole situation and see where the problem stems from and how it's going to be a continued cycle, there's a lack of empathy. Gentlemen, protect your seeds, and the few women who do drink coffee, don't be this chick. As always, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.